so that they can be mobile. The person comes and go, boom. You see what I mean? And bang, bang. You know, that sort of thing. Because we all deal with mostly with the hands and things like that. Oh, guys. Okay, today I want to discuss, or we want to discuss, this concept of pushing hands for legs or sticky legs, right? I feel like it's a very under-trained or not well-trained area, because most people, they just train their hands, you know, even in dasho, you know, those sort of things, okay? But they don't train their legs, and that's my own personal opinion. Maybe you guys do. If you guys do, awesome, you know. But my experience from looking at other Tai Chi practitioners is that they don't have that leg training in them. The only right leg training they'll do is when they have their form and they'll kick and do those sort of things, right? But there's no training per se for legs. The reason for this is that we're doing this for a few reasons. One is that if you're able to capture your person with the arms, with the hands, or whatever, then you should be able to do it with your legs, right? Or any part of your body, because you need to be able to use your whole body. Number two, in fights, many people just end up using their hands, right? And then it just becomes a boxing match or whatever, right? Very few people use their legs. And none of us, I'm guessing here, is training for MMA fighters. Even if you were, this works there too. But a lot of people, if you notice, they have these weird ass stances, you know, where they fight. You've seen these, right? And it's like, and it's like they expose everything down below, you know. And I'm a firm believer of destroy the base, and you get rid of everything. You know, two places where you can shut someone down: their base and their head / neck. Wherever the head goes, your body will fall. You know. So same thing. If you don't have any base, you have no building. You know, that sort of thing. So that's what we're gonna work. So the first drill we're gonna do is very similar to, in the sense of, you know, when people do single hands, push hands, we're working on our tenjin, we're working on so many other things here. We're going to do that with our hands now, with our legs now. So you put legs next to each other, okay, and we just go back and forth, okay, and we just try to feel each other out. That sounds wrong, but I don't mean it that way. Just feel each other's force, okay? Feel each other's pressure, your structure, and things like that, okay? And then it can be just back and forth, okay? And then, or it can be circling. And here and there, we'll test ourselves by twisting to, or turning from a different perspective. It doesn't have to be one direction, it can be other direction.
And so switching directions.
So switching directions. And our job is to just stick to it and follow it and really feel what's happening inside. We're gonna do the same thing, but now we're actually gonna work on capturing the person inside and, you know, seizing them, breaking their structure, kind of sort of those things.
And you'll notice we're not just trying to lock the leg. That's very different. We're basically actually trying to, if we're doing push hands, my goal isn't to lock his shoulder and just take advantage of that. I'm trying to find any tightness in his body, whether it's the lower back, the hip, connect to that and take him off balance. And that's what's happening in the legs. I'm not trying to just hook and lock that leg and take him forward. I'm trying to connect to something else inside, like whether it's the hip or the back.
Exactly. And so my foot or his foot is not behind each other like so. Okay? It's next to each other like this. So we're not physically, in the sense of, we're not physically doing chin on each other.
Because if he were just doing knee chin off, my foot would just end up starting to slide back. He's not actually trapping it.
Yeah.
He's
so
sticking.
So the way we do this is like this. So we go back and forth a little bit, and then I capture him. And you notice he can't do much about it. And if you notice, I'm keeping my harmony. I'm not going super forward. I'm not doing that. Okay, keep going. You see? and look how that kicks out his. And you notice it's not his knee that's locking up, is it? It's your hip that's going off, your pelvis and things like that. See that? You see that? And that's what you need to do with your legs as well. So he can do the same thing to me, and then I just have to neutralize it. You see? Okay, you get the idea. And then you can go deeper and deeper, where you can start to move the back leg and things like that. Except this, yeah, actually, again, you're not hooking back or any of that. So again, your legs are next to each other. You go back and forth, okay? And just at the right moment, you kick it out, okay? And you're not kicking in the sense of doing this. You're actually just kind of sliding it. You have to get the right time, because if he's 100% on the back, he's not going to go, because there's no weight on the front.
Right.
If he's 100% on the front, he's not going to go. So if you're 100% on the front, please. I have to physically like kick him or do whatever like that. But if we're going back and forth,
if I'm 100% on the back,
that happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like it's free to do it.
Yeah, he can move it, whatever. But over here, he doesn't have a choice. Over here, I can just get him, and he doesn't have a choice. And next, building on this, you can actually go back and forth and kick it. And you see, over here that was 100. And I'm not gonna edit this so you can see how it doesn't work that way if you're not getting it correctly. Okay. You see? Getting that connection, you're still feeling. The moment he sort of moves, I feel it. You see how I'm kind of following with him? And so go, do the thing. No, move back. As soon as I go, I have him here. You see how I captured him? As soon as he moves, you saw that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as he moves again, I got him here again. You see, and I'm not hooking his leg. He's still getting captured, and that's the point of it. Okay. So to move, as soon as he moves, you move with him, but as soon as you touch, they're captured, like you felt.
As in not just capturing the front leg, but capturing my frame.
Yeah, capturing the whole frame.
Because my back leg is still shifting too.
That's the point of it. What we're building is the awareness of the legs, because we forget to use our whole body. We're up here. A lot of people think Tai Chi is only upper body, like a fist or hands, but then we forget we actually use our whole body. In the Wudang, we call it the 7 stars: head, shoulders, elbows, hands, hips, knees, feet. You know, that's what the 7 stars. So by doing those trainings with the leg, you're more aware of your legs, and you're more aware of how to use your legs and what they can do. Okay? Person comes, bam. You see what I mean? Person comes, bam. You see what I mean? Okay? Person, bam. You see that? Bam. Those sort of things. Let's say a few punches. Here. I'm doing the same thing. And then capture that and throw. Okay? Punch. Here. Look, I'm doing the same thing here. Or if he's standing, punch. Same idea here. You see? Boom.